need to know that because I minimized the screen, that everybody can see me, hear me. Oh, there we go. All that good stuff. Okay. So let me just refresh all the pages, and then we can get started. What's this one here? And hey, Catherine. Just to be a favor, just type something somewhere that you can hear me. Because today we are going to talk about um, meditation. All right. And that's like I really have to kind of thank Helen for that. Helen was doing some live streaming for Pet Groomer Town Hall every other Sunday morning. And so she brought up a lot of really good points, and one of which is we talk about meditation. But before I get to meditation, okay, what I want to talk about is just your insurance, just real briefly, okay? So today, I I dissolved my LLC, okay, and just making sure I'm in this group here. And why is it not showing up? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I dissolved my LLC, which was the easiest thing I've done business-wise. It took me like 3 minutes to do it online. Got the notification that it's all taken care of, yada, yada, yada. The first phone call was to my insurance company, all right, because I changed the structure of my business. I went from, hey, Helen, I went from going to an LLC to a sole proprietorship. That's a totally different business structure. And because I did that, I need to let my insurance company know that that was happening, the effective date for that, because if I have to put a claim in and the business structure is wrong on a business policy, you are not covered. All right, I really want to make that clear. It's the underwriter's job to make that determination on whether or not they want to pay out and they don't want to pay out. So if your structure is not correct with your insurance company, you need to straighten that out. All right. So, for example, if you may have started out as a sole proprietor, and then you went over to an LLC, or you were an LLC and you decided to go over to be a C Corp, whatever, it doesn't matter. Your insurance company needs to know. Hey there, Angie and Nicole. But what we're going to talk about today is, so now that I got that off of my chest, is meditation. Okay? And why is meditation? I mean, if you could do anything, one thing, to help your health and your well-being, it really and truly is 10 minutes of meditation. Okay? Now, just throw some facts up at you, right? That according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, that over 90% of all doctor visits are somehow stress-related. Okay? Stress in the workplace can not only cause the loss of productivity for like your groomers in your shop, but it can affect your emotional and your physical well-being. All right, and it can also influence our stress. Can influence the health and emotional well-being of our personal and our clients' pets as well too. So this just affects us. It can affect the pets in our care. All right, stress has been linked to anxiety, irritability, depression, apathy, sleep disorders, fatigue, inability to concentrate, muscle tension, headaches, digestive issues. It can cause you to withdraw from family and friends. It can reduce your sex drive, and can also lead to abusing alcohol and drugs. Right, and those are just some of the things that stress can cause us. Okay, so one of the ways to combat that is just something really, really simple, and it's meditation. And meditation is not just for the woo-woo, granola eating, hippie people. Meditation is really a really good health practice to start off with. All right. And you don't have to sit there and cross your legs and hum or whatever. Meditation, meditation can really, it can be really easy to do. All right. More in depth, so to speak, meditations can take a little bit longer, but it can be really easy to get started. Okay. So Helen says she's checked all but 4 of those. Yeah, and I'm in the middle of a move. It's just a little bit stressful for me right now too. So we're starting to whole packing up the house, and do I need this? Do I want to move this across the country? But I like it. I gotta throw it out. So yeah, could be a little stressful for me here too. So basically, meditation, really and truly, very simply, it is focused breathing to help you create a calm state. All right. What meditation really does, it helps you to quiet your mind so you can stop, so that you can think clearly. All right. So it's like having an on-off switch for your brain. What meditation does, it just puts it into the off position, gives your brain a chance to relax. So what meditation can do for you, okay, it will decrease your respiratory rate, can decrease blood pressure, muscle tension, and it can lower pain as well too. It lowers oxygen consumption, and so that can improve concentration and promotes clarity. Now, there was an article in the 2003 Psychology Today. The article was done by Colin Allen. So they did a little study, all right? And what they found was that the brain waves of meditators will actually shift brain activity to different parts of the brain. Okay, so brain waves in the stress-prone right frontal cortex moved over to the calmer left frontal cortex. All right, they were calmer and they were happier people. All right. In addition, that researchers at the University of Oregon found that meditation increases protective tissues around the axis of the brain. So meditation can actually protect our brains, right? And there's numerous studies that you can show that when you meditate for only 12 minutes a time, you reap all of those medical benefits, okay? You don't have to do it for hours on the time. Literally, 12 minutes maximum. Set a timer, all right? Hold on. Want to... Hey, Chrissy. So just quickly want to run through, because I still have not figured out the whole chat thing, okay? Oh, so Tess says she meditates every day before work. And honestly and truly, that should be a really good practice for any shop. This, before you start your day, before you switch on the open sign, take 10 minutes and just do a group meditation, all right? So one of these days, I will figure out the whole comment thing. But I think about it, and then it's 10 minutes before it starts, and now I don't have time to figure it out. So anyway, that's kind of the deal there. All right, so let's go back. All right, so how can you meditate? All right, some really, really easy ways to do it. The most simple way to do it is simply to breathe in and breathe out. It's the simplest thing you could do it. You can do that anywhere. You could do it while you're waiting in the line at the bank. You could do it while you're waiting at the line for your lunch, all right? It's really a good way to start meditating. And you could put a timer on your phone. Most of the phones, I know my phone has a timer, right? Where is my timer? Right in the phone app. I could set the timer for 10 minutes. And all I could do is just sit there and just breathe in and breathe out. That is as simple as it gets, okay? You can do guided meditations. I mean, there's hundreds of CDs and DVDs that'll guide you through meditation. I actually like those, by the way. It's also a really good choice for the beginner because you're just listening and following along with the guidance, all right? My personal favorite guided meditation is something called Achieving Inner Peace by Brian Weiss. And the one that he does that I really like is like about, I think it's like 22 minutes long. Right. And I don't do that all the time. Right. That's maybe once a week, once every other week. Most of the time, how I meditate is just simply a breathe in and breathe out. And that's also a really good one to do before you go to bed at night. So if you lay in bed and all you do is breathe in and breathe out and just concentrate on your breathing in and then exhaling, you'll fall asleep pretty quickly. YouTube has tons of free ones. So you go over to YouTube, type in the search box, guided meditations. Hundreds of them will come up, right? You can focus on something, all right? Fixate on an object. Just look at an object. It could be a book, a candle, a crystal. It can be anything. I had a conversation with Barbara Bird, and her favorite form of meditation was actually fluff drying. So while she's fluff drying and she's combing and brushing out the dog, she's just focused on that one task. Everything else kind of fades away, right? Daydreaming, it's another form of meditation, all right? Sit outside, sit inside, doesn't matter, all right? Concentrate on something, concentrate on nothing, all right? There are so many things that I have, that I do, that are truly the result of a daydream somewhere, all right? My whole membership site is the result of a daydream, okay? There's also guided meditation apps on the phone. Go over to your app store. All right, it's App Store on the iPhones and Google Play on the Androids, and just put in the search bar guided meditations. Things will come up. Some of them will be free. Some of them will be like $2. All right. Yoga is also another way. Yoga incorporates focused breathing in their routines. Okay, humming. All right, you're making your body vibrate. All right, and that can also lead to a meditative state. There's also music that you can buy that is specifically designed for meditation. All right. Go over to your New Age store, Amazon, YouTube. YouTube has a large selection of that too. My personal favorite for this one is something called Chakra Suite by Stephen Halbern. All right. Singing bowls. Oh my God, I love singing bowls. You can get them. They're either crystal or they're metal. And there's probably, I think, the nicest meditations I have ever done is because somebody else was doing the singing bowls. One of these days, I'll bring my singing bowls back to a trade show that I'm going to, one in which I could drive to, because I'm not packing $400 crystal bowls into my checked luggage. Okay. My dogs love the singing bowls too. When I pull out the singing bowls, I have all my dogs are around me. Jogging also can be meditative. All right. So you focus on your breathing while you're jogging and let your body and your mind kind of work together. Okay. Angie says, Angie lifts weights. It focuses her breathing and everything else fades away. Really and truly, that is what meditation is. It is focused breathing. Yeah, Helen, honestly and truly, I probably am not going to make my way back to Hershey unless I have to be in the area for something that has to do with my family. All right. She also says she likes focusing on the fluff driving and daydreaming, to sit outside and watch the wind blow or the clouds pass. One of the things, too, that I like to do, and I use a sheet because ticks have just ruined laying out in the backyard on the grass for everybody. So I have like a bed sheet, and I'll lay it down outside, and then I'll lay on top of the bed sheet, so at least I could see the ticks crawling before they get to me, in theory anyway. And Helen says, yeah, she does that when she's running too. So there's things that sometimes you don't think is meditation, but really it is. Chrissy says that crafting, hand sewing, knitting, crochet, yeah, all of that. When you are focused on one object, and one thing, that is a form of meditation. Tess is going, yeah, you can do that. That's not my deal for meditation. And she acknowledges dogs love meditation too. They like specifically when there's some sort of sound that goes along with that. So that's either the bowls or music that is specifically designed for that. So we got Melinda and Soria over on my business page. So just so you guys know I am live streaming in 4 separate places. This is like the best thing I've ever come across. So thanks to everybody who is watching. So let's get back to meditation. Okay. So the question becomes, how often should you do it? All right. I mean, if you're doing it basically for like medical reasons, then 12 minutes a day, every day. Okay. To do it on a regular basis, it does take a little bit of practice. All right. Which is why I recommend doing like the guided meditations at first. It sort of get you used to doing it. I've been meditating for so long, I no longer need the guided meditations, but that takes practice and it's not difficult. And I most certainly could not do that when I first started to meditate. All right. But just real quickly, and how does meditation now benefit the pets in our care? Since I did mention that in the beginning, right? Because it lowers your overall stress levels. All right. Animals are really good at reading our moods and they feed off of us. So they are truly a reflection of their environment. So if they're in a busy shop and it's chaotic and everyone is stressed, they can feel that too. So by taking that 10 minutes or that 12 minutes before you go into work, that's going to make a huge difference in your day. So, questions. Nicole says she likes to sit and do her makeup every morning and relax and listen to the music. It's really what sets up my whole day. Yeah, and that brings up into another point too. Morning routines. Morning routines are really important. If you set a routine, your body sort of eases into the day. Okay? So like for Nicole, for her, it's sitting down and doing her makeup and listening to music. That's the morning routine, right? For me, and honestly, truly, it isn't any different now than when I was working, now that I'm retired. It's the same thing. I get up, I have a cup of coffee, I sit with my dog. It's nice outside. We sit outside on the deck, and it's cooler. We're in the house, and we just sit out there, just me and one of my dogs. I play some games on my phone, and that's it. I do that for 45 minutes. I eat breakfast out there. That's my morning routine. And it's the same every single morning. It doesn't matter. Right? And I'm still getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning, by the way. But at least now I can look at the clock and go, oh man, it's 7 o'clock. I don't go anywhere. I'm going back to bed for an hour. Okay, so I'm here for questions regarding meditation. I'm here for questions regarding anything. So if you have something you want to say, pop the questions in the chat. It doesn't matter what page you're watching this on because I can at least, flip through the pages at this point. One of these days, I will just simply have my chat screen right here and I'll figure that out. I'm going to have to put that on my to-do list. So what's coming up in the future, right? So as I talked earlier, every other Sunday in the Pet Groomer Town Hall, Helen, Joey Schaefer, and Barb Hoover, they're going to alternate doing live streams in the groups. Upcoming online workshops, setting up cat grooming, more towards the end of the month of June. July is going to be Barb Hoover's IC versus employee workshop. I have no idea what August. I was actually going to do a meditation workshop, but I decided not to do that. Well, I am doing it, but it's going to be for members of the my wellness membership. And Melissa Jepson is going to do a workshop on setting up a shop, planning out a shop, like from the 4 walls and planning that. That'll be August, and things will settle down in September once I'm actually out in Washington. I've got one more live class here. Well, technically two, because next week I'll be at with Dara Forleo at the whole Pet Academy doing some workshops there, and then one last pet first aid class in Fairfield, Connecticut. And then I probably will not be doing anything live until October, but I will be at Super Zoo. Okay. So, do we have any questions? Um, any thoughts? Any feedback? I know Helen is here too. If you want a topic for Helen as well, you can put that into the comments. Let her know. Because 9 o'clock tonight, there's the board for the Association of Holistic Pet Professionals. We are going to start working on our certification process. So that's new and upcoming. So, other than that, questions, thoughts? I will have to say, hold on a second. I hit the volume on one of them. That was too much feedback. There was a really good idea, and I never thought of this. And I've been asking for tips in the Pet Groomer Town Hall because that at some point will be an upcoming workshop. But I just thought this was kind of brilliant. I just never thought about it. And this one is Kathy Rogowski Myers. She uses vet wrap to wrap around her fingers when she's dremeling, so she doesn't dremel the skin off of her fingers. Okay? I thought that was brilliant, by the way. So if you have tips, it is the pinned post or one of the announcement posts. So please put your tips and techniques in there. And at some point, when I have enough of them, I will, what do you call it? I will do a live stream on various tips and techniques. But I just thought this was absolutely awesome. Angie said she tried it. It works really well. Yeah, right. Saving some of these scars. That, and we have to figure out a way how to vet wrap our hair so we don't pull our hair into the Dremel as well. So if not, I think we'll call it a night for tonight. And I will see everybody. It'll be a really interesting one next week because next Monday, well, I will be at the whole Pet Academy. And I will be doing the live stream from the whole Pet Academy, 8 o'clock the usual time. So I might actually have guests on, so that'd be pretty fun. Angie says it works really well. She uses fingertip things for page counters, and my fingers are really thin, so they fall off. So then this is so secure. Yeah, because it just kind of sticks to your finger. All right, so good night, everybody. I will see you all next week. 8 o'clock, only I will be up in New Hampshire next week.